Rosemae, and you're tuning into Part of Love. I'm here with Monk. So, Monk, what was one of the hardest things you've been through in life?
Going to prison and getting out.
How? Wow. How did you feel when you first found out that you were going to go to prison?
Had to go, I didn't have a choice.
Okay. So you felt like you wouldn't be able to make it out once you got in?
Yeah, that's the way I felt in the beginning.
Okay. And how? So you were afraid?
Somewhat, fear of the unknown, not knowing what was ahead of you and you know what would happen. Yeah.
Okay. When you got in, was it as what was your strategy? What was in your mind at the time?
I had nothing was planned. I had to play it by ear. And it was actually worse than what I was told. Yes. It was very intense.
Wow. Wow. Okay, and what do you mean by that? How?
The violence was at an all-time high.
So it's very violent.
Yes, absolutely. Every day. Every day. And I was an adolescent at the time, so it was, you know, a high testosterone. The adolescents like running wild, so it was crazy.
Wow. And wow. Did you get the support of your friends and your family while you were in prison? Because a lot of people say that they don't get as much support as they would like once they get into prison.
That's exactly what got me through prison.
Yes.
My family, the strong support of my family and my friends. They kept me focused and guided me through that whole sentence. If it wasn't for my family and friends, I probably wouldn't have made it.
Wow, so you had a lot of support from your family and friends.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, so you did not have that experience of a lack of support? No.
No, not at all.
Okay, and how did the support help you?
It helped me cope. You know, I talked to them on a daily basis when they came to visit.
Yeah.
Like I see other inmates that was there that was less fortunate.
Yes.
They didn't receive visits or packages and things of that nature. So, you know, they turned to crime inside of prison. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's like a society inside of a society.
Yes.
So they was committing crime inside the prison system.
Wow.
And it didn't work out.
Wow. Okay. So it was a very violent, chaotic,
Yes.
disorganized
Yes.
environment.
Absolutely.
What did you do in addition to opening up and staying in communication with your supportive family and friends? What else did you find helpful while you were in prison that really helped carry you along and keep you in the right frame of mind?
Okay. Once I realized that I was there for the long haul, I wasn't going home,
Yes.
I got into school.
Yes.
School was another thing that kept me focused. I went to school in the morning and in the evening because at that time I didn't have a high school diploma.
So they have school in prison.
I don't know about now, but when I was there.
And what kind of classes did they offer?
It was just like regular high school, the same.
High school,
Well,
okay.
It wasn't like a high school setting, you know, It was a room and you know, it was inmates and you had instructors.
Yes.
But I felt, how could I do this much time and not further or finish my education? That made no sense to me.
Yes.
So I buried myself in the school.
Yes.
And I received my GED.
Yes.
And
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a great victory. That's great. Hi, guys. You're back here. Just one moment and I'll catch you guys in. Go ahead.
And that what kept me focused.
Yes.
And I read a lot.
You read a lot.
Yeah. You know,
Okay.
because idle time is not good when you're in prison. Idle time is never good.
So you want to keep yourself busy?
Yes.
Okay. And that's not very good for you. You
Not
found
at
that
all.
it wasn't helpful at all
Not at
to
all.
sit around not doing anything.
No.
So you made the most out of your time.
Exactly.
So how long did you stay in prison?
About 3.5 years.
3.5.
Yeah, 3.5 years.
And if you don't mind, what were you in prison for? Okay, okay. So while you were in prison, what was one of the biggest lessons that you learned?
Crime doesn't pay,
Okay.
and I ended up serving 3.5 years.
Wow.
And I learned, you know, I missed a lot during those 3.5 years. My family, my little cousins, everybody growing up.
Yes.
I missed a whole lot. People, my family passing away,
Yes.
family reunions. You know, you miss a whole lot when you're not there.
Yes.
To you, time is is like moving like this, but in the street, time is flying.
While you were in prison, you were rethinking your life. You were thinking about your life and how you were living it.
Yes, you have nothing but time to think and go back. If I only made a left instead of that right, if I wouldn't have went down that block, this wouldn't have happened. So you think everything plays a part. You think about everything. Or what can you do to change the situation once you're released? So I had all that on my mind. And it did help me because when I came home, I did the right thing.
That's great. And what was the right thing?
Get a job, become a productive citizen in society. And that's exactly what I did. To this day, I'm still working.
Very well.
Right now, I'm not on workers' comp. Can't talk about that. But I'm doing all right.
Very well. And last but not least, the changes that you made from what you've learned, thinking and rethinking about your life in prison, the changes you made afterwards, like you said, doing the right thing. Was it worth it to make those changes?
Absolutely, 100%.
Great.
And on that note, I have to go.
Okay, very well.
It was a pleasure speaking with you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you so much, Monk. I appreciate your time.
Okay, gotta go.
Bye.